Hi, my name's Anderson. This is the CES Science Fair 2021 science project. My project is how you get water out of the ground, when you first settlers, and now. Early settlers went for lowlands or valleys because they didn't have to go down as far to get the water, which means they could just dip a bucket in. But they started going up and higher in elevation, so they started making wishing wells, which were reinforced by stone and rock. So then they used a bucket and rope, so then they can get the water. These are now known as wishing wells. A long time ago, when early settlers had the means and the materials to build a hand pump, they built a hand pump. How it works, a valve, when it goes down, the valve comes up and water will suck in. When it comes up, that goes and pushes all the water up the tube, which then will give you water out of here. Same thing that happens here, but it's just like this. Instead of a hand doing it, it's a windmill, and that's called a windmill pump. This is the tube that the water will go up. There is another valve down here in the bottom of the tube that when the rod goes through and goes down and opens, the bottom one closes. When it goes up, the bottom one opens, and the water will come through here and get sucked up here to this little part where there's nothing really there until it's able to go up and through it and come out this. And same thing applies here, and
they're still used today.
And they're still used today in places like California, Arizona, Mexico, where they don't have that much power, and it's out in like the desert with a lot of wind. Today we use submersible pumps. They come in a variety of sizes. You could get this size, maybe this size, or a giant one, which was used for cities. Submersible pumps are a pump and a motor put together that get in at the bottom of the well. The motor is down here, and then the pump is right here. On the inside of the pump, we have these discs that spin, and water goes through them as they spin, and then there's a pump or a pipe connects to the top. That goes all the way up to the well. This pump here is designed for a single family house. It can do up to 5 gallons a minute. This is made for 2 or 3 or a big house, and it can do to 15 to 20 minutes. The city's ones are giant. We obviously don't have one, but they can do 100 plus gallons a minute. This is a model pump house. This is what sits on top of your well, and all the electronics and stuff that run the well is in here. So this is the well, and then all your electronics are kind of like back in this area, and then it comes up here, and then we can have valves and all sorts of stuff in there, and then it will come back down into your reservoir where you get water. And some people also may know this, if you go past Centennial down Boulevard, you'll see a giant water tower. That is also a reservoir that we get water from. This concludes the end of my presentation about how we get water. I hope you learned a lot, and bye.